slide, sir.
Slide, okay. Now just tell me that advancing. Okay.
Yeah, now it is moving, sir.
Okay, perfect. Okay, then we can move now. Okay.
Right, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, basically, what I was trying to tell is the science is topically various ways defined. But even I know that there is latest attempts to define this word itself by a group of scientists, a forum like that. But still, by and large, accepted thing is systematically building and organizing knowledge in the form of testable explanation predictions about the world. But in the course of today's lecture, that means the whole essence of the whole sentence is to learn something around us, to learn what people have already learned and documented, learn from there, or to observing and getting it there. So this is what by and large talks about being a science. And beyond that, what I feel, I think you look at any other discipline like teaching, defense, medicine, law, piloting, computer, dancing, everything. If you look at there, first they will learn how to teach, learn how to defend. Individual or even as a part of a team for the as an army, as a navy, like that, they will get trained. Medicine also, they will get trained how to from all the past learned things, literatures, and the classrooms, experiments, many things they will try to learn how to identify a problem with the patient and how it can be medicated, how it can be cured. Law is something like that. Piloting also like that. Computer also, you learn various things, but finally you must be able to deliver. You must be able to come out with your own program. You must be able to come out with your own solution. Even dancing also, in art form also, you try to learn various nuances of art, but finally you should deliver as a dancer. You should deliver as a computer engineer. You should deliver as a pilot. You should try to deliver as a lawyer. Similarly, medicine, defense, teaching. So it is beyond learning, is practice and deliver as a teacher, as a defender. Many things you should supposed to do, correct? And so is the case for the scientists also. I think that's the thing you should see that. But while doing it, I was telling like that, there is a saying nominally you talk about, this is not a rocket science. Possibly trying to tell among the science, yes, itself is something expected better. And among that, somehow or other, it has been put that the rocket science is something vernacular of science. But I'm trying to demystify that it is not like that, because it is not only by telling, because you are going to do. You means people, student like you. It may be you also are students like you. On across India, 75th India's independence, we've been assigned to make 75 student satellites. Actually, they're going to make more than 100. The best first 75 will be selected and will be launched. This has been told by none other than Prime Minister of India, where UN Council, when his latest UN Assembly, when he made his speech, I think he told it, when India celebrates 75th India's independence, I think this should be showcased like that has been told. Okay, now towards that, definitely, if you think science is something big, and you are at the budding students, how to do it, there will be big question mark will come. But how to demystify that and how you can be a part and parcel of that now onwards. I think that's what I'm trying to put there. That means it is not only trying to learn, it is to change the world for better. To change the world means even to change the world. Like it is not a rocket science. It is not just something great. It can be done. Okay, that is one portion. And while doing it, what space science can help for the future humanity? That's another way. Okay, that's how we have to come there. For that, I would like to take you a slightly different path to come back to the space. Okay, and that means what I was trying to tell is, yes, the age goes here. Is one of the thought experiment elsewhere people have done, because the science is more of thinking. Okay, more of the thinking of somebody has done what he thought about it and trying to bring your thing. Okay, while doing it, there are two aspects playing a role. Two aspects playing a role of whatever you do. Okay, one is your intelligence. That intelligence, I'm putting it in the thought experiment in a different perspective, along with the age. Along with the age, intelligence may not change across the age. But intelligence can be a slightly lower or average or normal, or it can be higher, depending upon the personalities. This is how people talk about, okay, neurologists talk about. But however, there is an equal opportunity provided the people across the world, more or less. Today's condition, today's technology, today the way in which you are doing, there are a lot of opportunities and avenues to learn knowledge. Okay, from their parents, teachers, school, books, this sort of lectures, and doing experiments, internets, many things are there. Okay, those things are available so that you will learn knowledge, which was maybe initially will less, but you looking at, talking at, feeling many things, you will able to acquire the knowledge. That means age grows, your knowledge is keep growing. Okay, now putting the things together, your own intelligence, the knowledge you gain over the age, something called problem solving skill, it's improving. Okay, there is a problem. Okay, now at the start of the thing, I wanted to start this lecture at correct time, 3 o'clock. 2:50 itself I gave. We did so many things, but having done everything together, but finally when the really meeting started, slide didn't move. I was keep talking, assuming slide is moving. In my side, slide is moving. Your side, slide is not moving. That's the problem, correct? Now you have to solve that. That also you have to solve it. But to solve that, possibly my intelligence, possibly my knowledge, all put together, I was struggling, correct? Now, so so to solve the problem, you have your own intelligence and your own knowledge. How my computer behaves, how that team, Microsoft team behaves, how the many responses behave. I think that also you have to put the things together. So okay, and but this one you look at here, problem solving skill keep improving. Okay, adding with your own intelligence. Okay, that means you are able to add both two. So this is how problem solving skills keep coming. If into highest intelligent person also, if he puts like that, it can go up like this. Okay, but there are some. This is how it can happen. It can happen. Okay, this is what our expectation. But really, when somebody did an experiment, this is what before doing an experiment, what you expect you put it there. In a science, something like that. When something you do, you expect something to come and you predict something to happen. That's what you keep in your mind. Okay, but then you have to do it. That means you have to give a problem. Okay, this is what I thought problem is. Now problem has come. Now when the problem comes, how really people solve it? Okay, now you give the problem, similar problem to 1,000 people or 10,000 people, you build them and try to see how across the age, how the people are solving the problem. Just to have a look at that. Okay, and when you look at that, then you collect all the statistics and put the same thing. This is your expectation. Now you are putting next one. That experiment talks about how that happens. Okay, you thought that green line will go up. Problem solving skills as age goes, as the knowledge also going, but it was told, and it has been documented. Problem solving skill is not going across the ages same way. Okay, it goes up to some level. It goes up to some level and saturates somewhere, some formula there, something like that. Then it even drops. Okay, and after that, it's somewhere lower level. It's keep on varying. It means problem solving skill is not keep improving as age grows. This is what thought experiment it told. Okay, this is what I was trying to tell while we're talking about that. Hope my view graph is coming now. Hello, are you listening? Or am I went again bad? Hello.
Sir, this is Rajesh Shankar.
You're again went out.
No, you are audible to me.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
you are audible, sir. Please go ahead.
view graphs you are seeing, now. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Got it. Yeah, at this point of time, I expect people to follow. Okay, now what is happening is the problem solving skills is keep dropping. Now, this is what I was trying to tell previous when we're talking about. For example, we are the latest problem of COVID. When the COVID came, why the COVID came? Okay, initially everybody was struggling. Across the globe, people are struggling. So then people understood why the problem came. And one is to totally eradicate the problem or to avoid the problem, vaccine. For that also some time. But still, your person hygiene and self-isolations may help, something like that. No? So that means once you understood the issue of why it is dropping, probably will be able to gain. Similarly, in this thought experiment, it shows something like this. That means problem solving skill is keep dropping as the age somebody gets more and more old. Okay, irrespective of he gains knowledge, he's not keeping quiet. Okay, it's not the stable his knowledge, but he gaining knowledge, but it falling. But here two things we have to see. Are we ready to accept this? That first of all, sometimes when you do the experiment, results comes, we have to see whether that authenticity of the results also. In science talks about that way, correct? No? So that way, now even though that after so many thousands of people that did the statistic, accordingly they came out with this graph. Are we ready to accept this? We have to see now. So for that, we can take some samples. Okay, you take the same samples and try to see whether this curve is getting fitted there. Okay, and for that we have taken the thought experiment people. They have taken the best possible persons also. Okay, and probably we will be able to locate who is this person. Okay, and his problem solving skill was very high at his younger age because he is the highest intelligent person, and but still even for him it got saturated, and his path breaking discoveries happened only then 1905 to 15, I think something like that. So some 7 to 8, 10 years only it happened then. Afterwards it's keep dropping. Okay, some of his discoveries he himself told he made a blunder, and subsequently many of the people's discoveries he told he cannot happen. Okay, many things, such things happened there. Hope you are able to recognize this person, and is none other than, now I understand, correct? Now I understand, even for him, this has happened. This is what is documented. And you look at the history also, it happens like that. Highest intelligent person, made path-breaking discoveries he made, but after some time, something has happened. Okay, like that, many examples also they're shown there. So that means there is some issue. You have to understand. That means, irrespective of the highest intelligence, irrespective of you're gaining more and more knowledge, there is a saturation happens for problem solving skill, and it even drops. Okay, I think that means it's a real issue, because today the longevity of the people increasing. In spite of that, when this happens, it's an issue. We should understand. Okay, so that means there is a science in understanding this also. That's what I'm trying to put there. That means there is some learning in this also. The learning is, again, it is not just for learning. As I told previously, its learning is to change. That means, is it possible to change this curve? Okay, thought experiment has told happened. It has happened. This is a very, very idealistic people also. It's happening. Is it possible to change this curve? I think let us have a look at what does this mean slightly more. Then I think we will come back. Yeah. Now, this means if you formulate the whole thing, problem solving skill is equal to intelligence of an individual. That is problem solving skill of an individual. I'm putting it there. His intelligence plus knowledge and minus knowledge. I put plus or minus knowledge. That means up to some time it's a plus. Afterwards, it's not doing at all. Okay. And afterwards, it is coming down. That means you more and more knowledge you are gaining. There is something is happening there. That means intelligent plus minus, that is function of t, is plus or minus happening function of t, knowledge. That's what is happening there. So okay, so this is the real catch there. Is it possible to reverse this trend? Always trying to keep intelligent plus knowledge. Is it possible? Okay, I think that this is some sort of a team justification. I'm making an attempt. Okay, this may be totally wrong, but I'm trying to make an attempt here. Okay, now hope all of you are able to see my view graph once again. Now what I expect is you are able to read this all the alphabets. Everyone can read, no?
Yes, sir. We can read.
Very good. Okay, everyone can read the alphabets. That means nobody is away from that. Everyone can read these 26 alphabets of English perfectly. Okay. Now let us read. Once you learn this, we also know how to read the word also. Correct? Now, I think every one of you can spell yourself what is this word is within yourself. You can loudly tell, and afterwards you will come to know. It is one of the easiest word. Correct? Now, amma, A-M-M-A, amma. One of the easiest word. I think when you born itself without even knowing, without even seeing this word, many of you would have spelled it. But now, when it's coming in the screen, also you are able to tell yes, it's amma. Correct? Now, similarly, it's another words: apple, wonder, perfection. Like I'm reading, you also just to read it there. Okay. Now, this is the reading of words. That means initially we talked about letters, then a simple words, and slightly other words we are able to read. Now, shall we make an attempt to read a sentence? Okay. Now, next to your graph I'm putting, let all of you read the sentence. Okay. Just you read the sentence. Just I try to see that. Can you read the sentence? Hope most of you read. Correct? Now, just you cross check whether this sentence, whatever you read, and what you are seeing is one and the same. Most of you, no. Correct? No?
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Yeah, most of you went wrong. Okay. Now it's the simplest thing. Every one of us know 26 letters, And everyone put the things together, we know how to read the word. And putting the words together, we know how to read the sentence. And we made an attempt, we failed. Almost majority of we failed. This particular experiment I put, many universities, many schools, many were report. But you believe me, when I go for LKG, UKG level students, no one failed. Okay, no one failed. Only when the people who came away from initial letters reading, they invariably failed. Okay, that means we all prove we are all Einsteins. Okay, I think that this is basically understand. This is not only putting the biograph I'm putting, just putting you and me together. Also putting, yes, we are almost following the thought experiments chart. That means, yes, you go away from the initial stage, our problem solving skill is dropping. Okay, I think more or less is coming. That means the thought experiment looks more or less okay. You agree? Now you agree, but now we should understand why that happens. If understand, probably we'll be able to solve the problem and we'll be able to, the dropping we will be able to reduce. I think this is a part of demystifying my lecture today. Yeah. Now, this means summary is there is an expectation. I told now that the expectation is intelligent and knowledge put together. Your problem solving will go. Yes, initially you know how to read the characters, how to read the word, how to read the sentence. Okay, but now when real problem came, you assumed something. 50% only, 50% of the characters only you showed. 50% of the character I didn't show, but you assumed remaining things are okay, but in reality it was not. Okay, that means this is a learning. There is a learning. Okay, I think this is very, very important to understand as I perceive why the thought experiment went like that, why thought experiment tends to behave like that among majority of the individuals. As I understood, every instant life gives an opportunity to learn. Every instant. Okay, that means I already learned last 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, absolutely nothing if you are not ready to learn at this instant. Just to listen to me. Okay, if you are not ready to learn at this instant, what all I learned that comes as a package of what my learning at this instant, that's an issue. We have to change that. This is what slowly I'm trying to demystify. That means what all character is simple. See, 26 characters are very simple. And putting a word is very, very simple. Reading a sentence very simple, but still we made a mistake. We made a mistake because we thought remaining other things are correct. Assume that assumption cannot be correct. Okay, this is what I'm trying to tell the change. But this experiment almost never failed when I asked for an LKG student. This also I'm trying to tell you. Okay, perfect. Now slowly I'm trying to take the demystify this particular aspect of science of how the people learn. That point of view. That means function of age. Select another domain I'm giving. The opportunity is different. Function of the age. Okay. Initially, your opportunities taking them toys, good opportunities, and how to play the toys is the challenge. Something like that. Then go to the school, another opportunity. Then go to higher school, another opportunity. Go to college, another opportunity. But every opportunity gives a challenge. Okay. Function of then you go for a job. That's another opportunity, another challenge. You retire, another opportunity, another challenge. Something like that keep on happening. Okay, that means opportunity gives you an opportunity to learn. Perfect. But learning and change, this also should be happening. That means while learn, you should change yourself. That means you should graduate yourself. You should not fall below. The learning is always to go up. Okay, that means the change should be always to be. I told you initial gradient is to positive gradient. It keep improving. Problem solving skill should change from more and more you learning. It should not drop. The change should not be negative. Change should be positive. Okay, that means as a function of age, the learning progress as a function of age, what change in the problem solving skill you can impart, you can acquire, also should change. That change should be positive. Okay, that is, but elsewhere we are seeing it negative. How to make it positive? I think that is the thing we are trying to see. That means putting the things together, as I told. 5 to 25 years more of education, that's another challenge. 25 to 60, predominantly job, it's another challenge. But now, life expectancies keep going. We have seen the 2 days back, Padma Shri Award, 125 years. He got Padma Shri Award. He was very, very agile. And so that means he will live another 25 years. So opportunity and the challenge is keep increasing and keep changing. Opportunities are changing. So from that you have to another challenge is there. So it's a really a way, unless otherwise what you learn and how you change if they don't align properly, there is a possibility of deterioration of your way of life. Okay, that's possibility is there. But how to improve that? That means lifelong learning is coming. As I told now, if as the ages keep growing, our opportunities also keep coming. So for the new opportunity comes, you have to learn. Without learning, not possible. So, but that learning should improve your way of life. Okay, and it's problem solving should improve. I put two dimensions. Okay, these kids also learn. The kids also learn, but here also we learn. This is how normally we are telling. But my feeling is, if we learn this way, we will prove time and ahead the thought experiment is correct. Every possibility, the thought experiment is correct. Just during the course of the lecture we showed, many of us, we ourselves, we have proved as a thought experiment is correct. That means if you go in this path, there is every possibility we will be learning more, but we will not be improving our problem solving skills. What's going to give? What we're going to come? But if for these people, I think it's not like that. That means there is way of learning should be as these kids are. Okay, that's slightly coming that way. What does that mean? The meaning is lifelong learning with curiosity and the sense of inquiry. 50% of the characters only I showed. So we should have the curiosity of knowing what should have been there. What is the possibility of that letter can be wrong? Why 50% has been given? What's going to come? The inquiry. Okay. So learn how to learn. So that view graph is not simple. The view graph is to learn how to learn. It's not to how this is the way. Okay. That means there should be a inquisitive and experience-based learning. These two things are required. Inquisitive, like a kid, should be there. And add an experience-based learning. These two things we add, possibly, I think that our thought experiments change of slope, whatever happening, probably we'll be able to avoid. This is I'm trying to tell here. Now, this is all preambles, whatever I told. Okay, that means science is a way of problem solving. It's not science is just learning. Learn, as I told now, with inquisitive learn, but experience with experience-based learning all put together. You should have a way of problem solving skill as to improve. Okay, this will happen there. So this is what the whole thing is, something like that it's happening there. Now, hope you are able to see this sumo fighter and the two kids. Just I'm taking a lighter way. Try to amplify or try to simplify, try to demystify what I'm trying to tell. Okay, this is I told now. Problem solving skill, it's a way of life. Science is. Now this problem is coming. These two kids have given a problem. Problem is sumo fighter, they should overcome the sumo fighter, and the backside of him a flower, okay, is kept. Just to assume like that. Okay. Now after 1, 2, 3 is told, these people have to go behind this sumo fighter and take the flower. Okay. Whomever takes is a winner. Okay. Now it starts. 1, 2, 3. We're able to see now. They're able to see the sumo fighter is sat like this. But this fellow is weeping. What happened to the other fellow? Just to think, just to imagine what happened to the other fellow. Okay. Now you look at this other fellow, what he has done. He ran behind that fellow. Okay. He came out, ran behind, and took the flower. Okay. This means broader the view, smaller the problem. A way of life, science way of life, I'm telling. Okay, when you look at that, it looks sumo fighter is a very big when you look at close. But you look at the whole of area, the sumo fighter is very dot when you look at the remaining portion of the area. That means why I should go below that sumo fighter? I can go around the sumo fighter also, no? I think that's what the other fellow took the chance. Okay, no problem is. You should take a flower bouquet which is kept behind the sumo fighter. Nobody told you should go below the sumo fighter only. Take only, that's all. Somehow you avoid him. So sumo fighter's strength is his muscle power. But definitely when you ask sumo fighter and the young boy to run, definitely this fellow will run. So his strength is to run faster. Okay, he can run faster across around him than even try to move. Okay, but the time he's moved and he squat firmly, by this fellow has gone that side and done. Meaning is broader the view, smaller the problem. Like I keep my hands here, everything looks big. But if you keep it away, it sits very, very problems are small. Very, very, this is as simple as that. Okay. This is not a philosophy. What I'm telling is not a philosophy. This is the very same thing I used it when I was in ISRO to solve a problem. What happened 36,000 kilometers ago, one satellite where the solar panel is supposed to rotate every 24 hours on rotation so that it keep tracking the sun, so that the power to the satellite is coming. But unfortunately, very, very unfortunately, after reaching the orbit, when it's rotating, a particular one location when it came, not able to move forward, like a small fighter standing there. Okay, now how to overcome that? How to overcome that? The very same thing. This is what I told our my own colleagues. I think this story tells us a possibility we can overcome and get back. Let us not worry about that. Believe me, before that, when such a problems come, across the world, nobody solved the problem this way. We solved the problem, whatever I'm telling, this way. Okay. Here, this is the, as I told now, the solar rays rotate 24 hours one rotation to keep track of the sun. Because when we go around the earth, it is geostationary satellite positioning at the same way. That also will go as earth rotate, as if it look like just stationary. That means when we go around the earth, to have the solar panel always look at the sun, this has to rotate one rotation per day. But while rotating, when it came up to one particular point, it was not moving. There was an obstacle. There was some debris sitting there. It was not able to overcome. Okay, but nobody can go to 36 kilometers and correct it. Not possible. Shuttle goes only some less than 250 miles. So we have that way. Nothing is possible today. So what we have done, we have the option of rotating the panel this way or that way. So you reverse the panel and come very fast to this location, and again start rotating. Okay, that means like overcoming that small fighter. Instead of overcoming like this, overcome like this, come back like this, and within 8 minutes you come. Then remaining 23 hours and 52 minutes, you rotate the same way. That means one very short period, because we have the battery backup. Battery can support the satellite for more than 70 minutes, as designed by the our own satellites. Many of the satellites built like that only. So this 8 minutes disturbance is not an issue, and 8 minutes also only. Not all the 8 minutes totally will go. Power will keep dropping in a sinusoidal form, then again fixed up. So it's not an issue. So with this, the satellite lived for long. Okay. Even that problem. Okay, when look, that means this is only an inquisitive. It may look like childish, but it overcomes a bigger problem there. But after that, many people are following this. Okay, like your invention of the wheel. No, invention of the wheel is one of the greatest invention in the greatest invention in the humanity. But it didn't happen to every human being. For one fellow, it happened. After that, many people followed. But it should happen. So that's also all about science and technology. Another one more story. Actually, I can hours together, days together, I can tell stories connecting to what I have done in 36 years in ISRO. Okay, I'm telling you. This is sorry for our Tamil letters. This is basically after losing a eyesight. That means this girl, from young, she learned a lot. She had a good eyesight also. She had studied, graduated, post-graduated, everything has done. But unfortunately, one fine day, after even getting into a job, very good job, in basically R&D also, but she lost both her eyesights. Okay, but still, she lives together. That's what is happening is, you may think, eyes have lost, my life is lost. But other way looking at that, as I previously told, eyes only lost, but many other things are okay. Still, I can live now. So overcome eyes lost, but like any other people are doing with the walking stick. And of course, this has slightly more gadgets are there. It will guide her to go neatly, walk around, do her regular duties. Okay, this is happening there. That means eyes are very, very important, no doubt. But it doesn't mean eyes lost, life is lost. Correct, no? The same. Why I'm telling this again, not a philosophy. I'm telling, okay, not a philosophy. How this philosophy used is another satellite, another biggest satellite. Because for the first ever time we made a satellite. That satellite not only served for us to connect the people, like whatever we are doing, direct to home televisions, like that we ourselves made. But this satellite, not only beyond our Indian requirement, remaining thing was even leased to the Intelsat, foreign company, which televised the signals across the globe, across major portion of the globe. They have done that. Europe and up to Australia, major portion of the our Asia, very many countries it has this signal start going. Okay, but one fine day, like what happened to this girl? One fine day, two sensors of the satellite failed. Once the sensors of the satellite fail, it cannot orient it towards the earth all the time. To have the TV signals to broadcast to come all the places, it has to always look at the earth in a particular way. If that is not happening, all the TV programs get wavering. But now, as I told, the whole of India national program has come, and it's a multi-billion-dollar contract to the leasing as given to the foreign countries also. So it's good amount of money also started running. But unfortunately, second year of its life, it lost its the two sensors, because like two eyes, we will capture two sensors. One fails, another one we can make use of it. Like that, we kept it there. But both the things it lost. But how we lived it is basically whatever lessons learned from such people. Okay, what we have done is, as I told, this is another satellite, INSAT 2E. Okay, I was a mission director, and this was, as I told, now major portion of the globe. Okay, this is how from whichever the country it gives thing, their television programs can go across this portion. Okay, from many Hindi programs, Tamil programs, Telugu programs are going from Australia to major portion of the even Europe and Asia. It was happening there, and it was very one of the finest satellite we built there. But as I told, but once its sensors failed, it's really an issue how to manage for this satellite. But we came with our own idea, like a stick. No, she's carrying a stick and doing, but we cannot allow the stick to go there. But a slightly different way of doing. What we have done, we brought the TV signals, what somebody will see here, to the earth, to our Bangalore. Similarly, from Delhi to here. Similarly, from here to here. From here to here, here to here. Okay. Now, yes, sitting in this control center, everybody can watch all these 4 or 5 TV programs. I think one more will come from here also. Okay, from Australia, something here also. But it's being the sea, we are not worried about here, and here being landmass, we are kept like this. Now, if programs from Delhi is coming, everything okay. Satellite per se is okay. But let us assume any one of the TV program getting every from here. We know the satellite moves that way. That means here it is better. Let us assume here TV signal is better, but here TV is bad. That means satellite is moving this side, from that side to this side. So you have to, from ground, you can correct it. Given a command, correct it. Nominally on board, using the sensor output, it correct it. Now the sensors are failed. Now, like that girl, she is having the stick. Stick wherever hits, accordingly, she will take the step away. Now, similarly, when the TV program here going bad, but here it is improving, here also it's okay. That means satellite per se is okay, but orientation is different. Similarly, here it is coming down. Okay, here it is improving. Here it's improving. Then I think you can understand. Here it's a problem. You have to tilt the satellite that side. So, but that also we automated in a ground computer. So that way we controlled the whole satellite. Believe me. Subsequently, another 13 years, this satellite lived, earning a huge amount of money. Nowhere in the world people have done. We are the first. I think this is the even US patented got for this particular way of doing. Only demystifying. I told it a simple way of putting it there and telling. But to do that, a lot of algorithms called for, a lot of signal processing called for. That is different. But the concept is something like this. Okay, concept is how the girl is managing her life even beyond her eyesight loss. We are able to do that. We have done that. Okay, this is what I'm telling. Now I will go one step. I can enumerate so many things. I can enumerate. Just I'm going step one few examples of demystifying the science is not just learning and to change. We have to change. People, we learned many people thought we learned lot from the people who have learned the space science. No, we even learned and changed the way in which they think about the space. I think that is the whole of the history here. Now we were the last people to go to the moon. Okay, before us, many people have gone to the moon. Many satellites landed on the moon. Many people landed on the moon, brought back the samples. Many things happened there. Okay, and except this, China's landed is gone 2013, later than us. Okay, landing is concerned. But all other people are landed here and brought back the samples. And finally, in 60s and 70s they have gone, and they told the moon is a barren. Moon is a barren means moon doesn't have water, moon no moisture, something like that left there, and they are looking to go to the Mars is concerned. But at this point of time, for some other reason, for example, to attract more people to science, attract more people to the space science, we brought the mission called Chandrayaan. That is go to the moon. But it is just not only enthusiasm. Is it possible to derive some science? Science means learning as learning from others and change the way in which they interpreted the moon. Just listen what I'm telling. Learning from what all happened until now and do something science that will say you will change the way in which people think about the moon itself. Is it possible? I think that's what our Chandrayaan has done. How we have done? Story comes something like this. Simple as that. Okay. This is demystifying problem what I'm telling you. That means there is a problem. I told no problem solving. What is learning? What is your intelligence, knowledge together, your problem solving skill, how it changes. Okay, how to make it add. That means there's a problem. The problem itself, how to define the problem makes it enabling or disabling problem. I'm slightly coming to the next level of demystifying this problem solving skill versus science, even getting for the lunar science. Okay, now the problem is given for the two boys. Okay, I'm putting one way, another way, and this is how my grandson solves a problem. Okay, this is how it solves. Actually, reason is he solved like this only. Okay, but now the same problem somebody else was struggling. If you don't put it properly, but now I'm putting the problem for the discovery of water on the moon. Okay, what really happened? Why some people discovered, not some people. Why India discovered? Why rest of the world not able to discover? Okay, problem is something simple as this. They landed and their problem was land and search for water. Problem is land and search for water. Ours is search for water and land. We might fail in landing, but search for water we didn't fail. They landed successfully, but search for water they failed. You tell which success is better and which failure is okay, man, acceptable. Problem remains same, but they spent multi-billion dollars they spent. Land and search for water. What we did, Chandrayaan 1, we search for water, and Chandrayaan 2, we are trying to land. Simple. That's how we discovered water on the moon. Okay, our mission has gone the whole of globe. We have gone using 12 different science instruments, looking for the so-called tenuous atmosphere of the moon, looking for the surface of the moon, looking for the subsurface of the moon, various technologies. Okay, it is able to show the presence of water molecules in the tenuous atmosphere. It is able to show OH and H2O molecules in the surface of the thing, and it is able to show the dry ice point of view in the craters of the moon at the poles. Okay, in abundance of ice. Yes, it has seen. This none of the missions they have not. You look at here where we have seen they have not landed previously. That's the difference. Okay, and later China went there because they want to confirm. It is 5 years later to us. Okay, that is the difference. Now, this is only same problem. Moon is same, and going to the moon and something discovering is the same, but the way in which you look at made the difference. Okay, just I'm trying to demystify how the discovery of water moon happened is as simple as that. Nothing great. We carried the instruments and we carried today's the best part of the state of the art instrument, and we made a global search for the water, and where all they landed and declared no water on the moon, not there even today also. This blue only talks about around 2 micron absorption, that is including our water presence is there. And this is synthetic aperture radar. reflected signal coming, depolarization that indicating a presence of ice in the even for the subsurface. Okay, for the few meters of depth also we've seen that. So the whole thing is changed. The way in which you made the problem is enabling problem, in the disabling problem. Okay, it's as simple as that. That's what I'm trying to put. Similarly, demystify how nearly before our Mangalyaan, 51 missions. I'm going fast because I lost half an hour initially. 51 missions have gone to the moon. I mean, Mars. Only 21 succeeded. Okay, that means a good number of missions have failed. Okay, partial success still all put together only. That way only happening there. So many failures happened to that. In spite of this failure, we have to make our mission with a very modest budget, but we have to succeed the first attempt itself. Okay, it's a really a tricky situation. How to do that? Okay, then we thought. But the problem is many people have failed. Not many people, almost everyone failed first attempt. Nobody succeeded first attempt. Fifth attempt was success for the US. Ninth attempt was success for Russia. And China or Japan was yet to succeed when we made a mission Mangal. Okay, that means you have to succeed first attempt. One side looks as the toughest problem because nobody succeeded. But another side, you really look at, you have a very good chance you can succeed. How? Because these people, 5 attempts made, America succeeded next attempt. So 9 attempts succeeded. Other people had to make a 5 or 9 attempts, they're trading behind. What we thought, let us look at all the failures. That means when 21 missions only succeeded, 30 times, 30 ways they failed. If you understand why the 30 ways they failed, and we make sure that our mission is not having these 30 related issues, our chances of succeeding is much brighter. I think as simple as that. Okay, and that's how actually we have done a mission which originally supposed to go to the moon. We slightly modified it and ensured that none of these issues, whatever they have seen in their missions, not coming to our mission there. Putting together, we made a mission success. Okay, it is not only we have done a reasonably good planning, we have taken the lessons, learning. That's what I'm telling you. The learn for what? It change. Learn is not they failed 5 attempts. I also failed 4 attempts. I can fail. No, not like that. They made 5 attempts to succeed. Somebody made 9 attempts to succeed. Somebody keep on making attempts to succeed. You learn from them such that you succeed at the first attempt. As simple as that. Okay, this is enabling problem. Enabling problem is many failures is a problem for somebody. That problem enables me to, if you understand properly, it enables me to succeed this way. That's what we have done that. So this view graph will tell as simple as that. Chandrayaan, what we have done. This Chandrayaan mission is very simple. Actually, our PSLV is very modest launch vehicle. With that lot of launch vehicle, at the maximum, we can somewhere 24,000 kilometers only we can launch that mass. From that mass, incrementally improve the orbit. Example, actually, it is launched somewhere here. We incrementally improved with the smaller fuels, smaller kick if we go, it goes. Finally, you go final kick, it goes around the sun with the gravity. Only the velocity given was only here, small. That velocity, it goes away, escapes from the air, but it is still under the influence of the sun, goes around the sun like Earth going, like Mars was going like this. And when it's coming, you should ensure that your proper velocity is given, proper orientation is given, proper time you have done. These 3 parameters, you make it perfectly you do. So though in spite of it travel is nearly 9 months, when it reaches there, you reach in few kilometers accuracy. I think I can tell not few kilometers accuracy, few hundreds of meters accuracy. We went just above 500 kilometers above the Mars. At that time, you try to reduce the velocity to a particular value such that it is captured by the gravity of the Mars. Okay, the whole operation is simple. Using a simple launch vehicle we have done. Only thing is properly planning, properly identifying what we should do, properly learning how the people have failed elsewhere, and try to see that you don't fail in your first attempt. I think as simple as that. It is as simple as that. But we made a remarkable success. Okay, our success is very remarkable. But what we made is a very modest understandings of learning, such that they change the history of the aerospace in the Martian science itself. I think we have done that we have done. So the story goes something like this. Hope we were lucky you were able to see the video, which we made before the launch. Some sort of simulation, and that simulation is to each day were supposed to be the Mars, our Mangalyaan. If not that, you have to make a small correction. That's the idea of doing that. I think it looks it's failing. Yeah, yeah. This is initially PSLV puts an orbit something like this, 22,000 kilometers. Okay, from here, whenever it comes near the perigee here, you give a small kick, a small amount of fuel you spend, and the velocity increases. Then it takes next orbit. Your next orbit. Similarly, every next orbit, you make sure that what it has aimed and what you have done is correct, and you correct it, recorrect it. Like that, if you do, finally, when you give the kick, then as I told there, it go around the sun and to capture the thing is concerned. That is, okay, looks it's not moving. Okay, now anyhow, that's a part of history. Basically, here what is happening, you will be seeing that all the things keep moving, and such that when the Mangalyaan is keep coming, the Mars, which is also there, will keep moving here. Earth, which is also going around the sun, everything will keep happening just in the sense of gravity. Okay, how Earth is moving around, same thing Mars also will move around, and similarly our Mangalyaan also move around, and such that when it comes over here, we will able to come here, capture there, and there we give a kick we are given such that we capture. When we did on September 24th of 2014, India was the first ever country to make that success. Okay, though we started very modest way. Our starting was in 60s only we started. When by the time they even landed on the moon. Okay, but now I think we have learned a lot from them. I cannot tell we have overcome. We have that way. We learned what all the failures, what they have done there, and still we are able to make this mission as a meaningful success. Now, having done that, now I will come my thing. Another two stories I will tell. This is after that anyhow I retired, but now I'm working on another mission. With this also, how a simple thing how you can make it a big thing. It may look totally different, but concept remains same. That's what I'm trying to put. You know the banana thing. That nominal banana is cultivated only for the fruit. Okay, remaining portions very small way in some places or other people will make use of it. But now India is the largest banana producer. Nearly more than 5 like hectares of banana growth is happening there. But now when you look at their beyond banana, it has a lot of value addition coming from that. Okay, it has good amount of sap water, nearly 27 liters of sap water every tree gives, and every acre we have nearly every hectare we have more than nearly 4,000 trees possible, and we are talking about 5 lakh hectares, 500,000 lakh hectares. So that means you can think about how many trees are there. Each tree giving around 25 to 30 liters of sap water. This is a new natural nutrient back to the earth. To the date, people have not used it that volume. Very small way they have used it. But now our plan is to make very automated system with whatever we learned there, and such that all the 5 lakh hectares we must be able to consume this particular banana tree after harvesting. Today it's going waste. Farmer is spending a lot of money how to dispose it. But now the whole thing can earn money much more than what the banana plant is giving. We can have the banana fiber, center go, we can sculpture, many things, a lot more value additions possible. A huge amount of thing each tree is going to go. And this particular plant, I am already working, and this is somewhere near Maharashtra. This I made a virtual plant, like our Mars mission, how I made a movie type of thing. This is the thing we have made, and now this has been translated nearly 100 acres land. This factory is almost is ready. Last 3 days I was there and just came back here, and this probably across India, many states, this such a thing possibly is going to come in the future. This will translate so many things, even something called bioethanol in a huge quantity will have to generate in this system. Very many value additions beyond banana fruit. I think it's going to go, because here people are doing in very small level. Why can't we make it a big level? So here, what is demystification is, today pickles is done by the housewives in small way. And similarly, the core is taken for the kitchen items for in a small way. But it is not done in a larger way. I'm not telling to make a pickles, but it is even the saris people are spinning near my place, but it is a very, very small level. Only but instead of that, you are able to make across India, like a handloom to textile, what we have done, that level if you do. But for that, it calls for automated machines, machineries. So this and all has been done now newly within when the COVID period. I out of ISRO and the COVID period, nothing is sitting idle. Working along with the students, IIT students, IITM Kanchipuram students, we came out with a good amount of automated production chains, and this implemented in this factory. And similar factories is expected to come across India. Similarly, you have another work. What I'm trying to do is effluent treatment plant. And effluent treatment plant is, you don't worry about what does it mean. So, but though it is a whole complex, many people have built, but they are not really running it. Many places, it's a practical fact. When we really look at here, the issue is it calls for a huge amount of coal. With the coal, we have to evaporators called for, leaving alone all other components. But is it possible to circumvent the evaporator? I think we came up with a solution. That solution is being implemented there. That way, even effluent treatment plant, we will make that they will be able to earn the revenue, not just expenditure. Okay, that means this evaporator is intervened with another technology. With that technology, it make the usable chemicals as waste becoming a valuable chemical. That chemical can be fed back and it can be sold both ways, and it earn good amount of revenue. That's good, a very, very good possibility. Already we have done that. So that means effluent treatment plants everybody can run. Well, running, definitely this whatever they're making is investment to earn money also. So this changes the whole concept of effluent treatment plant. In India, it's happening. So that today, our leather industry, our textile industry, big breakthrough can happen without polluting the water. I think that's the problem. We have to do that. But doing all these things, just another 2 examples elsewhere. You know, technologically, the nano car, I rate it's one of the best technologically we have done. But unfortunately, it's failed. Why I'm telling is there is an end-to-end we have to look at. For that, I'm just giving an example. Because learning, I told now, learning to change. For that purpose, I'm putting it here. Here, everything is good. Very low price and reasonably technologically good car. But still, this car failed. Why it failed? Very good technological house also followed it, but still they failed. The reason is, simplest thing, this car has been advertised as a poor man's car. Nobody in India, people, when we are riding a car, they think it's a status symbol. In front of a house, a car is parked, it is status symbol. But now you advertise it as a poor man's car. You are telling the car I bought and declare myself, I'm a poor man. Nobody will accept it. Now, I think as simple as small sentiment has really made this great technology not coming on our roads. I think, okay, that's a really catchy thing. But we should understand that means everything can be okay, but a small mistake can derail the whole thing. Okay, I made the presentation nice, but initially I made a mistake. No, I made a mistake. Anyhow, I have to own because my computer made a mistake, but I have to own. No, so something like that. You can do whatever it is, but even the small thing can derail. We should be careful. This is another story wherein the pet talk they made some sort of biscuit type of a thing for the. Basically, this is for a nutrient because these dogs are also having some sort of diseases. To overcome that, some nutrients I want to put in that, and they made and very tasty biscuits they also made, and they thought it work. Okay, this pet dogs feed, but unfortunately, when they made and finally when they served, these dogs, none of the dogs was looking at it. You can look at this dog also not looking at that. Reason being, it was told very lighter way. That means the dog smells and then only takes. Okay, when smells these things, they are not liking. Dogs didn't like it. That's as simple as that. So they are not ready to take it. Okay, just I'm telling examples of how it's be there. That means now to summarize what all I have done. Now it's time for science to have its own wings. Okay, for sustainable development. It is not science for the sake of science. No longer it can be there. The science, yes, it will observe, understand, and learn. Perfectly okay. But it cannot stop beyond that. Okay, it has to have some application. That application technology goes perfectly okay, but the technology should have a commercial viability. That's called opportunity. Okay, but that business viability, like nanocar, has come. Also, they made it, but still, it has to add value to the society. Okay, it has to add the value to the society. That means, if not add to the value to society, profit will not come. Okay, that means the whole thing has to be seen in a bigger way. Okay, yes, I have done Chandrayaan. Yes, I have done Mangalyaan, but still my life is concerned to get a value. I thought something I should do, but beyond. Today, what I'm working with the banana project, today what I'm working with ETP project is to add value to me. Okay, because something meaningful I have done. So what all I learned from here, I think some other technology, some other form I can do that have is commercial. Not only commercial, it helps society, and society also gets a value for it. Okay, and definitely that will improve property. So this is the whole gamut of things we should think about that. This is what my feel of demystifying science of today is concerned. That means that whatever the problem, you can make it as an enabling problem. You have seen now discovery of water on the moon. I own land, search for water. Don't do it. Search for water, then you land it. Similarly, disabling and enabling problem. So problem remains same. How to formulate that makes the answers properly. Just to give you some few example, you take it. I will go fast here. Right problems leads to right solutions. This is what I'm trying to tell as a demystifying science is concerned. Flying in air is a problem. But now, how it can be each one of them, crossing sea, the problem, once upon a time. But now, many of the people took it as a disabling problem. That's why for centuries, answer didn't come. But when make it enabling problem, answers came. Many of the things, okay, healthy feed. Last one also told, healthy feed to pets. They're looking for healthy feed for pets. But that's came a disabling problem for them. Okay, and now how to fly like a bird. That's a disabling problem. That's why many people for centuries they could not go. How to cross seas like a fish, like that. Each one of the problem you formulate. Mostly people formulate like this, and that's how this problem happened. But how to make it same thing as enabling problem is like this. Flying in air, you take how to fly. Don't like I should fly like a bird. Don't think about that. You how to fly like this. Each one of them. Okay, each one of them. How to make healthy food for pets. Don't think that way. How to make pets favorite foods as a healthy. I think that's the thing. So there are some favorite foods they are taking. How to make that thing as a more nutrient. That we are able to increase nutrient and that would have helped. As simple as that. Okay. That means your problem has to be defined properly. Problem that should be enabling problem. Once the enabling problem is there, definitely solutions are waiting. Okay. Only thing is we are not enabled the problem properly. That's what I'm trying to tell this concern when we're talking about science where formulation to all the way go to the society that way. The science has to spread its wing means problem has to be defined like this and you arrive at definitely the answers will come properly. That means to summarize, systematically building and organizing knowledge in the form of testable explanation, predictions about the world is perfectly okay for learning purpose, to learning sciences purpose. But you want to be a scientist to do something which you can change the world for better, I think something you should do. Okay, so that is our demystifying science of that particular point is concerned. Now coming back to our problem, the whole thing I have talked about is only for this particular view graph. Okay, because I am in this vision today. Okay, Chandrayaan, Mangalyaan, everything is okay. Now 75th years and independence is done. Definitely, space also done a reasonably good thing in the science, space science is concerned in India for India. But now we want to showcase the world what we have done, not within ourselves, trying to put forward, yes, we are ready, we have done it. Next generation of India also ready for that. Even at the pinnacle of rocket science, we are ready to do that. I think Prime Minister has given all his help. Not only that, with the confidence you people will do, and we will be able to guide. And he has already announced in the World Forum, when India grows, the world grows. When India reforms, the world reforms. Prime Minister Modi has told. He went beyond. On the occasion of 75 years of independence, India will send 75 satellites being created by Indian students in schools and colleges. I think this is what Prime Minister Modi has told, putting a confidence on you. I think this to take, we have to demystify the science, even satellite making, best of the satellite making. Elon Musk is talking about Starlink. When we're talking about the 75 satellites together, if we are able to make a modest Starlink of our Indian configuration, I think we can show to the world, India is emerging. India's 75th years of learning has emerged a lot and demystifying all the things people thought about. India can do. Indians can do. Indians need not go to elsewhere being a CEOs of elsewhere. Indian CEOs will be here. For that, people from across the world can come and work under the Indian CEOs, CEO companies of here. Towards that, I think possibly the 75 student satellite, the best of the 75 student satellites. It's going to be hundreds which will go to back, and the best of the 75 will be selected and will be launched free of cost, probably by our ISRO. And towards that, I think be ready, keep the belt tight, and demystify yourself whether I can do it or not. If you think, start discussing, start deciding, some form or other, you can be part and parcel of this mission. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your very informative and engaging presentation, sir. And it was an eye-opener to know that, with age, our problem-solving skills are, it decreases with age. I was totally not aware of this one. And I think your demystifying the problem-solving skill was really, there is no word to explain how myself as a scientist and also the other students might have felt like when you had narrated the simple thing and then you correlated it with how you have used it in in your real life ISRO experience. That was excellent presentation, sir. Thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you.
There are a few questions from the students. Like one student has asked that sir, what is your opinion about private space organization in India?
Yeah, my opinion, actually, I am strong supporter of that because two reasons. That's why even 75 student satellites also is the one of the reasons why we are talking about. The private entrepreneurs, when they come, they need a very good trained manpower, and that whatever the universities cannot train, I think it's hands-on experience. This will come. Second thing is ISRO can do more and more other advancement researches toward the space, so that manpower need not get tied up with the producing the satellites, producing the launch vehicles, and operating the satellites. I think that can be handed over by the private industry. So that's one thing. Second thing is today, when I look at here, like our automobile industry, good number of cars made by in India being exported to outside. I know pretty sure because when I was there itself, 3 years, every year around 15 countries who are not spacefaring, we brought them and showed them what India can do and what space can do for the particular nation. Putting together, I expect a good number of new countries entering into the space. When that happens, a good number of satellites and launching may happen from Indian soil for them. That means a huge market also opening there. And beyond all these things, whatever said and done, the space science is a holistic thing for the science and technological students, so that they're learning also faster. So putting all the things together, I think I strongly feel the private industry for the routine satellites, routine launches, I think they have to come in number. I am very strong supporter of that, and definitely it should happen there. And students can make a note of it, and there is a good possibility they can be entrepreneurs back in India itself.
Sure, sir. Sir, the same student has asked one more question. Also, your opinion about students who are studying from state colleges other than IIT, IISc, IIST for willing to work on space organization. So basically, I think you want to understand, like state college students, can they, also work in space organization?
I think they can work. I think they can work. There was actually. We are all from state colleges only, and the state thing only, not from the so-called elite colleges. Of course, we are not knowing, we are not fortunate enough that way. Point one. Point two, there was in between, there was such some thinking, and I was strong opposing that thing. But now ISRO also got aligned. Basically, today's ISRO's achievement is across India. we have very, very heterogeneous type of people that are coming. That's why we are able to debate and come out with the very good ideas. Okay, if you come with a similar set of institutions, their way of thinking may be the same. So putting the things together, I think I am for it, and I myself basically coming from such institutions, and many achievers like Kalam, also from the ordinary schools and colleges. I think that's what I told now, that the science is all about that inquisite, and this it's not about even Einstein can fail. Okay, so that means elite colleges, elite schools doesn't mean anything, and as long as you are not ready to receive, I think you will fail.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your time, and thank you for explaining the science behind your major missions, and that too, in a very simple and understandable format that you have put it across to us. Thank you very much, and I hope that maybe after some time, I'll be eager to learn from you or understand from you the spillover of ISRO, like the technologies that you have developed. There must be some spillover to the society.
Yeah, I know.
So maybe a session can be organized on how ISRO has been, from your presentation. I think I'm able to understand that from a society point of view, from a social point of view, there are a lot of technologies and a lot of ideas have spillover. So maybe another session we can have after some time, sir. So thank you very much, and I also thank Dr. Raja Shankar, Chief Scientist from SCRC, for connecting me with you, sir. So thank you very much.
Thank you
for your time.
Thank you for the initial some pickup, but then anyhow, even though I started early, like my system got some problem. I think it's.
But I think you have made that as a live example for problem solving, sir. I think that was a great thing, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll keep in touch.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.